Hello, Dennis. Just testing the system again. Uh, hello, Brandon. So there's a link here. If you want to pop on, you can. You'll be part of the test. Hello, nephew. So I noticed that it went to Facebook this time, which it didn't do before. So we're making progress. Hello, Diane. Yes, I am Cutie. Boom Shakalaka. Just starting to watch your last one. Thank you. Why didn't you think of a podcast sooner? I don't know. I actually thought of it, but I need to make it right. Corey Mask, Canada. Hello. Wow, we're getting big thing here. A lot of people just popping in. So the way it works right now is I can have a few people that can pop on. I placed a link, and if you click that link, you can actually pop in for a minute. I can control who comes in and who doesn't. So if you don't pop in right away, it's because I haven't turned you on yet. And that sounds kind of strange. So here's the deal. So good afternoon, Bob. Hello, everybody. I can't say everybody's name, but what's up, Dennis and Denise and Mavi or Navi? So here's the deal. What is it about? So we're attempting to launch a podcast. And as you guys pop in, I want you to listen carefully. The podcast will be, we haven't released a name yet, but it's a kind of a cool name. We just don't want people to steal it, so we haven't put it out there yet. John, you can't hear. Check your audio. Other people can hear me. If you can hear me, get thumbs up. John Kendrick cannot hear. So he apparently has his audio turned down. I know the mic's working because I see it. I see Dave here, but he's not showing up. There he is. Hello, Dave. How are you?
Hey, Stan. All right.
I'm on board.
This is working.
Yes, it is working. Cool. Yeah, so this is what we're trying to do. So in the future, and it'll be probably, we believe it's going to be every Wednesday around this time, around 4 o'clock, we will be doing I will be doing a podcast. And the name is a funny name, but it's about a serious subject matter, and that is the stupidity of the world we live in right now. And some people already said on Facebook, I'll have stuff forever and ever and ever. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, the COVID has made it hard for people to get out. And people are home, more people are staying home. And what things are working is I'm show you something I can do. Like here, I can do this. Like Leo Fung, miss you too. The important part is that everyone needs to play fair, be nice. There's a link there if you want. Rick, how are you, sir? This is the link. You can click and it'll bring you on, and I can bring you on. I'm going to take you off for a minute, Dave. Thank you for popping in, Dave. I appreciate it. So what I do is I can go back and forth. I can see Dave still there, so I know that I can chat with him. I have the ability to change things around so that I can see more and more people. So I can have, a few other people at the same time. And thank you, Andrew. I'm glad you can hear me. So, yes, it's been a while. Actually, I've been around, but most people don't know it. And here's why most people don't know it. Because some people have been trying to make sure you didn't know I was still around, and I have been around for the last 2 years. Yes, I'm in Phoenix, and no, we don't have the restrictions here. But the important part is that I'm here, and yeah, play fair and be nice. If you want to pop in, there's a link, the Restream link right here. It's in the feed. You can pop that in, and you can pop in as well. There, another person just showed up, James. Hello, James. How are you, sir?
Doing well, Stanley. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. And so the subject matter will be, again, the stupidity of this world we live in. And most of the people who follow me, they follow me because I try to look at the stupidity thing in a realistic view. And you're sitting there going, why do people believe what they believe? We can't change that, but we can make fun of it. So I'm going to pop you out. I'm going to try something for a minute. Hold on. Let me see you having if I bring. So there we have you and so we can do this. Thanks, Dave. Thanks. So here's the deal. Important too, that we have 2 private chats. We have a private chat. People can send me messages. when you do that, it pops into my screen, so I really can't see everything. But so it's good, use it sparingly. I can see it now being, 100 people trying to send me private chats at the same time. It might be a little bit, this or that or whatever. James Fowler, if you have audio issues, you might want to check you because right now, can you guys hear me clearly? Anything wrong with the audio?
No, it's fine.
I hear a little bit of static. So someone's on here with static. I don't know why. That just started a minute ago. So if you have more than one device, then that will cause the issues on your end. So if you have more than one device, turn one of them off. I know you want to have me on YouTube and you want to have me on here, or you want to have me on Facebook. So just so you know, we're streaming on Facebook right now, we're streaming on YouTube, and we're streaming on Twitch. So Twitch is, I'll give you the links to them. I'm not good at typing real fast, so bear with me. And normally I have a producer who's here with me. He's in Florida and he's out with his family, and of course that's more important. And also, if you're talking to your friend, mute your mic so I don't hear you for the time being if you have something you want to say, because I'm hearing a whole bunch of conversations at the same time. All right, so make sure you mute your mic if you don't have. So I don't hear your dog barking in the background. I don't hear your baby crying. I don't hear you eating a bowl of cereal and the bowl scraping things like that. You know what I mean. And so I'm going to put you two off the side for a minute, if you don't mind. But thank you. I appreciate it. So now you see how this works. And this gives us a chance to connect, number one, and gives us a chance to talk about things. So our first guest that we're going to have, which is going to be next week, Wednesday around 4 p.m., is going to be a gentleman who is an expert on something called implicit bias. And if anyone knows what implicit bias is, it's part of the craziness of this world we live in right now. And if you don't look it up, Google it. He's a really good talker. He's a really good guy. Every time I talk to him, I'm mesmerized by his conversation. And it's really hard to have me mesmerized when you deal with something as implicit bias. And if you don't know what implicit bias is, it basically is when you, out of fear, you have a natural bias built into you. It's part of your natural psyche. And people do things that they don't realize they're doing because it's implicit. It's automatically part of their psyche. And you can't control, well, you can control it, but you have to control it only if you know you have it. So that is going to be a piece. This guy, I'm telling you, he had me like this the whole time going, wait a minute, what the heck? So he's going to be our first guest, and he's a strong and a heavy hitter. My next guest was going to be someone who she suffered from, she had breast cancer. But the problem with her is that people aren't that, how to look for it? I'm trying to look for a word for it. I'm looking off to try to look for this thought. They have these ideas in their mind about what someone who has cancer has gone through, and most of the time it's wrong. So she's going to be on front of my other guests, and I'm going to be looking for new guests. So this is going to be the new platform for a time being. I mean, we'll still be doing other stuff, and I'm still setting up stuff to do segments for Caught Misbehaving. This is another thing I'm building to create the ability for you guys to come in and talk to me about whatever you have. Now, I'll also do things like I can pop up your question if you don't want to talk. Like this is from Betty. It's learned in much of the white community, and she says she's white. So if you type something, I can post it. Now, here's something else to keep in mind. I will have moderators that will be watching everything that goes on, and they can see everything I can see. And if you look like you are misbehaving while you were doing this thing, they will put you on a timeout, like a 5-year-old, and you will not be able to make another comment or do anything for 10 minutes. Now, no one wants to be on a 10-minute timeout. I'm sure of that. So now let's talk to Dave for a second. So Dave, how are you, sir? Unmute your mic.
Hey, there we go. That's better. Hey.
Yes, your mic is static.
Oh, I'm getting this down. Oh, dear.
Yeah, you sound static. Let me try. Hold on. Let me see if it's just you. Let me move over for a second. Let me try James. James, you say something.
Hi there, Stanley.
Oh, see, yours is nice and clear. So
Oh,
by recent deduction, if James's mic is clear, then we need to find out why Dave's is getting so much static. Because if you're coming in clear, then that eliminates the fact that it's on my end. Because if it was on my end, then you would be staticky too. Uh, and yes, Atkins, you step back in. Yes, so interference. Make sure, and let me pop you back in. Make sure that and also if you want to join in on it, and also I can hear myself on some people's mics. So if you have, I recommend use headphones because headphones, if you can, if you don't have them, that's fine. But I can hear myself talking back to me, so that's another way to cause interference. So, Dave G, give it another shot. Let's see how you sound.
I changed something on my end. I'm still staticky.
Okay, you're still very staticky. Do you have more than one device on?
No, it's just eliminated all the windows except for the live studio. I'm on my home webcam.
All right, do me a favor. We're going to come back to you again. Unplug your webcam or whatever you're using for a mic, and then plug it back in again. That could solve the problem. All right, so I'm going to take you out for a minute. And hello, James, and you sound crisp and clear.
thank you.
So where are you located?
I'm in San Jose, California.
Ah, beautiful San Jose. I heard you guys are having some big issues out there with coronavirus right now.
Yeah, we've got so many issues. It's turned into a year-long subscription, I believe.
Well, unfortunately, if we don't, and I just got an incident thing on my thing about problems out here. If we don't, the problem we're having right now is that people are not taking this very seriously. There's so many people saying that it's a hoax or it's fake, and it was a nurse who came on. I didn't even share this one. It was so bizarre, and she lost me when she started using the word retard, claiming that this whole thing was made up and it was all fake and it was all false. And when I heard that, I was like, nope, not sharing. Even though and this is one of the things we're going to discuss is the idiocracy of some of the people who are doing things in this world. And hello, Bill Tempe. So we got a bunch of people jumping on. So here's important, since you're here and you listen to me, and make sure if you hear me right now, I have a YouTube page called youtube.com/caught misbehaving. Log in, subscribe to that channel. I need to get to over 4,000 hours of viewing. We're at 3,300 hours of viewing right now. We just need to get to that point where we get past that, and then we can monetize it. Because right now, I'm doing this all on my own dime, and I'm running out of dimes. So, any help you guys can do to help get that thing moving so we can, move that needle up some more, I appreciate it. But as Betty called it, Betty used a good word. She called it, anybody want to say that word? There you go. So we got somebody else who popped in. They're there. So if you want to pop in again, we can have the 10 people at one time that can be here live. Oops, sorry, that was me. What did I do? I'm learning. Oh, there we go. So I'm still learning how to do stuff, and every now and then you might see me. Oh, I messed up my cam and mic. Doe. All right, well, keep working on it there, Dave G. We'll figure it out. I'm sure you will. So, hey, Hank. Uh, So remember that we're here. We're going to try to, I know you guys miss me in the Bay, but there are also people here from Hong Kong. There are people here from Canada. There'll be people all around. And we're going to try to keep it consistent. Every Wednesday, hey, PM Cabana, we're going to try to keep it consistent. We're going to try to have this thing so that when you listen in, you can learn something. I want it to be exciting, fun, and not boring. But the best part, you ready for this part? When it's all done, we're going to rip it, and the audio will be on a permanent podcast. So it won't be video. It'll just be the audio. But the video version will be on YouTube. So you will see it on YouTube, and we believe we're going to put it on Twitch. So you can always go back and share it. And what I want to do is create such an atmosphere that, number one, we're friendly with everybody. Important to be friendly. And I think Dave is back. Let's see what happens if he's working now. Dave?
Hello, I'm back.
Okay. You sound much better. I'm going to take James off for a second. Thank you, James.
Thanks,
You've been a
James.
big help. You know, you're helping me test this thing right now, just so you know.
Yes.
And you notice me right up in the corner over your head, right? You see the Mr. Badley logo?
I see
Oh, yeah.
him.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah,
Way up
right
there.
there. There you go. That's my logo. So thank you, James. I'll be back maybe a little bit later, but let's talk to Dave now that he's working.
Yes.
Hello, Dave.
Greetings
What do you
from
do?
North Bay, Ontario, Canada.
Beautiful, beautiful Canada. Hey, you got a moose head back there. I should have known.
Yeah. Yeah. And yes, and my dancing gopher. Yes. Oops.
All right. Dancing Gopher and your moose. Love it, love it, love it. And we love the fact that you have audio now, so we fixed that. And you know what that
Yes.
helps me out with? You just helped me figure out how to determine who's having a problem. So important things to remember is these things you need to remember. Mute. Hold on, let me spell that right so I don't look like an idiot. Mute your mic if you're not talking. Let's go there.
Yep.
Mute your mic. See, I can do that. Isn't that cool? If you're not talking. Be nice. I can do all this. Isn't this cool? I bet you didn't know I had all that, did you? See, you know, people who made donations to help me get this thing off the ground, this is why we can do this. I took the money from the donation. There wasn't a lot, but it was enough to get me started. So, as you know, I had a GoFundMe up. It's still up, where people can donate money and help with the help me build this, so that way we can do more stuff. So I'm just passing that on for everybody. But Dave, tell me more about yourself.
Oh, well, I work from home. I'm doing roadside assistance for people. We're sort of treating this pandemic thing a little differently up here, but because we all work from home, really hasn't impacted me a whole heck of a lot. So,
Okay, well, I'm glad that you're able to work, because some people can't.
yeah,
You know.
it is a blessing that way, absolutely. So, glad of it.
Data Master, you need to, if you want to do an interview, Data Master. I'm sorry, hold on one second. You need to pop on, so you know he wants to know when he gets his interview, but he's not popping in, so I don't see him anywhere. Love that. Here, Data Master, let me give you this.
Bill's saying
You
something
just,
about buzz again.
yeah, you're getting a little bit of buzz.
Okay.
So we got to get you some new equipment.
Yeah.
So if you click that, you can pop in. We can say hi. You can do your interview. This is your chance to be interviewed. I see Gabriel's here. He doesn't show his face again as usual. One of my followers from Cleveland area. He runs. Oh, there he is. Oh my goodness! Look, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, Gabriel pops in. He does Bad Drivers of Cleveland. He does a dash cam that he puts on YouTube. Why don't you type in your YouTube channel, Gabe, and I'll have people subscribe to it. Jennifer asked the question of what do I think about this Abe Lincoln being removed from Boston? You know, we've gotten just kind of ape crazy with removing all kinds of stuff from everything because of whatever happened. Our history is our history.
Of course,
And if we start just removing all our history, then why have history? I mean, we learn history so we can learn from our mistakes in the past. Just like in Canada, they have their own history, like the moose. And like I brought when I was out there, I brought some moose nuggets. No, what were they called?
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. It's a Niagara Falls thing, Stanley.
Yeah, I got it in Niagara Falls.
Yeah, I remember seeing that when you did it.
Big moose balls or
Moose
something.
droppings or something. Yeah.
I was like, I was going to eat them, but some moose balls, you know. Anyway. Oh, there it is, Gabe. Oh,
Yep.
sorry about that. Hold on one second. I'm still here. So I'm going to give you guys. Oops. There we go. So see, that's the reason. See, when Dave just Gabe sent me to it in a private chat, and it made my whole stream went cattywampus. So I try to refrain from using that as much as possible. But thank you. So if you want to subscribe to Gabriel, you don't like to be called Gabe. Gabriel, he has a YouTube channel for Bad Drivers of Cleveland, where he streams it every now and then. He puts it up. I don't know if he streams it and puts it out. And wow, thank you, James. I appreciate it. Thank you for the James. Thank you for the donation. Thumbs up on that one. Let me go back to you for a second. Hold on. Oh wow! Look, there's a bunch of us here now. Gabriel went back to off the air. So thank you. I appreciate that. So yes. So here's we're trying to do this, and we're going to do it. We're not trying anymore. We're actually doing it. And Canada, all over the country. I'm waiting for my buddy from Hong Kong to drop in at one point. I'm sure he will. And my producer, Jace. Yeah, we're getting more buzz. James, I think. No, not James. Dave, you're getting more static from your mic again. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, it went away. You know what it sounds like? Oh, okay. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like you have a radio station nearby. Like an AM radio. Turn your mic back on.
I just turned my TV off.
It sounds like radio interference. So it's okay. We just know I'm going to shut it down for a little bit just so we can stop it. But just so you know, in the future, we got to figure out where you are that you're getting the signal, some kind of radio interference.
Hey Siri, turn off kitchen.
Oh, Siri's involved. She probably don't like the fact you're talking to somebody else. You have it on your phone too?
I think I got a fan on here. Yeah. How's that?
No, it's still there. All right, we'll come back. And if somebody else will listen to it, they'll let me know if they hear it. James, I didn't see how much it was, but thank you very much. Anything counts, and I appreciate it.
It's not a problem.
That's a big help. That'll help us keep this thing going. And we're going to have one here pretty soon. There'll be a permanent link where people can do that. Once we set up the actual permanent live stream, it'll show how people can help keep this thing moving. And so that I can make this to the point where we can do it on so regular that it's like, this is great, And it's like, hey, I expect it now, So you guys are contributing to the begin. So yeah, someone wrote that and Diane's in the back, my other producer. Yes, this is another test, Humberg. Sounds like a hum from electric appliance, Dave G. So I don't know if you're near the kitchen or something. Could be a refrigerator, could be a microwave. It's wherever there's intermittent. So you got to figure out when it comes on and when it goes off.
I think it was more the sound settings on his computer may have been trying to turn up the gain on his mic, and it was basically being picked up by his mic, by his speakers again every time everyone else talked, and then lovely feedback loop.
If somebody wrote us to 5G, maybe he lives too close to a 5G terminal. Hey, I have 5G. It's not affecting mine.
Well, actually, which 5G? 5G or 5G UW?
Good question.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just have
UW.
5G. Let me see what we got here. Wow, I just saw James again. I just saw what you sent. It's our private secret, but thank you very much. That's a big help. I didn't expect you to spend $10 million, but thank you.
Hey, if it cleared, it's great.
Oh, look, data. If it clears, same thing. Oh, look, we got another person, Data Master. Hello, sir.
Hey, if it cleared, it's great.
Hi there. Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah, you got to echo. So turn off your speaker. It's up loud. We got another person, Data Master. Hello, sir.
Hey, if it cleared, it's great.
Hi there.
Where are you? Yeah, you got to echo. So turn off your speaker. It's up loud.
Here, I'll turn you down.
Yeah. That's a real heck of a delay.
Is that better?
Yes. So where are you? Where are you located?
He still got his the YouTube going in the background. That's why the 7 seconds.
Yeah, you have the YouTube on in the background.
I have that turned down.
Yes, there is a long delay. If you have on YouTube right now and you're not directly using the live stream, there will be a delay, and then you might want to turn down your turn down your mic. But if you're using the stream, then you should be able to should be straight. I mean, like when I talk to James, we're talking directly. There's no delay. But when I try to talk to you, Data Master, I can hear me say my question like 2 days later. Like when I talk to James, we're talking directly. There's no delay. But when I try to talk to you, Data Master, I can hear me say my question like 2 days later.
Okay, here's let me try my I'll try to bring my USB camera over.
All right, we'll come back to you when you fix that because you're way behind. Wow, that was a huge delay. So if you're using YouTube, that's fine, but just keep in mind that there is a long delay. What are you using, James?
Currently, I'm using the Restream right now.
Okay, so Restream
to talk to you
is going to be directly a conversation and no breaks.
Now, I also do have the YouTube running in the background, but I have that muted, so at least you get the viewing minutes.
So you get the viewing. So you can do both. It makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So again, if you're just joining us, and I appreciate everyone is here, we are trying to build I keep saying trying. We are building a new podcast, and I have a name for it. I don't want to say it out loud, but I'll type it out and you guys can see what the name will be. Just because you're here now, you get an idea what the name's going to be. And you'll laugh when you see it. So only people who are, oops, I'm not a good typer.
Was that Fight Back with David Horowitz? Oh, oops.
Yeah, old friend of mine. I probably spelled something wrong, so bear with me. It's really not that long. I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. See, I'm just like, yeah, hey, I really did spell earth wrong. Twice. I probably spelled it wrong, but anyway, here it is. Oh, it said something went wrong. Try reloading the page. What the heck just happened? Did you guys get it at all? Okay, I'll try it again. That was weird.
Yeah, I like Gordon Wong's response. Fingers behaving badly.
Yes. It keeps wanting to not give. All right, screw it. I'm not going to type it. The title is we're going to try to use is the reason why aliens will not invade Earth. So that's the title. So it's basically we look at some of the reasons why they would just refuse to show up, and it's real issues, but we look at how stupidity has taken us down a path that we probably shouldn't go. Let's try Data Master. Data, are you back?
I hope so. Is there an echo now, or is there an echo at all, or does it sound good?
No, it sounds good. Thumbs up.
Perfect. Well, I thought I'd give it a try to jump in here and do the interview. I've actually followed you for a very long time, back when you still were on Cron 4, and I just always thought that your journalism was very interesting, and it was a different perspective on what you see, and especially media. So I've always really enjoyed it, and it's cool now that I got to talk to you personally instead of kind of just watching your content.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And that's important. I'm glad that you can talk. Okay, here's the difference between me and everybody else. If you ever noticed that a lot of people they'll post something and then they run away. And I say that because they tend to. Good night, James. Whoever's going to bed, I missed something. Oh, James is going back. Oh, good night, James. Sorry, I missed that. It popped up on the over here. Good night, everybody who's leaving. Thank you. Oh, one second. Hold on a second.
They left because of me.
All right. So as I was saying, I prefer to talk to people directly. It's a little hard sometimes because you're getting inundated by so many people at one period of time trying to talk to you. And here's what people don't know. What they don't know is that most of the stuff I do, I've been doing it pretty much 99.9% of it. I've been doing it alone. So when you see the stories that we're doing in the Bay Area, I wrote them, edited them, shot them, produced them. And then, the only thing I didn't do was put it on the actual TV set. I uploaded it and then they aired it. So people thought I had a team of people. I didn't. It was just me. So why did I look so far to the left here? There we go.
So it's a hell of a lot of work is what you're saying.
It's a lot of work. And so people wonder, why did I have a stroke? Well, if you're doing that much work by yourself, it's going to stress you out. Trying to meet deadlines every single day. So not only were you trying to reach deadlines every single day, which is hard by itself, you also have emails from people telling you how effed up you are. And this is no joke.
Yeah.
You literally get emails from people saying you suck. They use racial epithets. They use people tell me I was rich, born rich, and now I'm trying to put my richness on other people. I'm like, if you knew where I grew up at in Camden, if you ever want to Google 713 Chestnut Street, you'll see I definitely did not grow up rich.
Yeah,
and I don't have a degree in journalism. That's why mine is so much different. I do it.
Sorry about that.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say that what I've noticed from a lot of people that express criticism, especially to people like you, they kind of just throw whatever at it just to see if it irritates you. It doesn't have to be logical or within reason at all. It's just, let's just take a whack and see what happens. And more often than not, they're not trying to be realistic or reasonable in any aspect. It's just they're trying to piss you off because they do something you don't like.
Well, the funny part about that is that my job had a policy, and their policy was, it wasn't a written policy. It was more like, hey, don't read what people write.
Yeah.
And that's what people are taught. Don't read but how do you know what's going on if you don't read it? So I can't read it and go, oh, this is terrible. Let me not read it anymore. You can't unring a bell. Let me ring back in. Dave, how's your mic, Dave?
Hey. All right. How's the audio now?
Much better. Okay. So much better. Much better. What'd you do?
Unplug my DVD player.
There you go. Stupid DVD.
It's sitting right on top of the computer. So.
Yep. All right. Sounds good. So back what I was saying is they were telling me not to read it. But if you don't read it, how can I be up close and personal with the people who follow me?
Yeah, you fall out of touch with your viewers.
I need to be in touch with the viewers. And just so you know, Diane, she's in the other room. She may pop in at some point. I read every email that everybody sent me. There was not one email I did not read. And that meant that she would get upset because I was on my phone all the time reading stuff. Hello, Jan. So, yes, Kevin, you're right. Being in touch doesn't mean taking it to the truth. But an important part is that what I was doing was telling people, hey, I want to read this stuff. I need to know what's going on. And some people were intentionally trying to be jerks to get me to react. Now, you guys don't know this because a lot of stuff was kept secret, but here's something to keep in mind. So I had multiple death threats. And, the one I'll make fun of because, what can you do? I mean, I can't control what I can't control. I had a bodyguard when I worked out in the field in some areas because the station believed that I needed security. But it wasn't just me. Everybody who worked in the business needed security. But security told my old station that I needed 2. Their response was, "No, he doesn't. You guys just want to sell us. You just want to charge us more money for 2 people." So at that point, the death threats were so to the point where the San Mateo County issued me a concealed carry permit. So just know that I was trying to protect myself when I wasn't at work, because obviously I can't bring a gun to work. But when I'm out in the street and people recognize you, you don't know if they're friendly or whatever. You try to be friendly with everybody, but you don't know what their motive is, because you get so many messages from people saying that, hey, I hope you die. And matter of fact, when I had a stroke, he wasn't playing for it. When I had a stroke, people were sending messages, the second stroke is fatal. Hurry up and have one. So this stuff you guys didn't read. I didn't repost this stuff because, I repost stuff I think it's funny, or if it's poignant or whatever else. But there's so many stuff that you guys never knew about. And the reason why I'm even in Arizona is because I couldn't afford to live in the Bay. I love the Bay Area. The Bay Area, I love it. But it is what it is. So now let's have some fun. So I know I just got finished telling you guys what's going on so you can be up to speed. The important part is spread the word about YouTube. And yes, Betty. Oh, by the way, this is you don't have to be politically correct with me. You just have to be yourself. I'm not, but just know that this is being recorded. And if you say something that someone doesn't like, they may take that recording and play it over and over and over again. So be careful. Be yourself, but don't be too much. You never know. You never know who's watching. There's haters everywhere we go. Drinking that haterade. So where's everybody from? Type it in to the chat, not the private chat. Type it into the real stream thread if you're here. If you don't have it, if you want to log on, you want to be part of this. This hit my ring. Oh, you can't see it. I got an Apple Watch for Christmas, and it gives me a ring it said I just finished working out. So apparently I just finished working out. Oh, nice. So remember some of the stories that we've done, and I wish I could show them on here, but they have to be really tiny and like real short. The guy that was in Campbell that was driving while blind. Anybody remember that story? Where he had no peripheral vision?
Yeah, the Asian guy.
Yeah. Now that was a funny story for me. I kind of laughed because I'm like, these are the kind of people, and we just caught one person. Imagine how many other people are out there doing the same thing. Keep in mind, when I show you, okay, so here's something that I want you to think about. When I show you, and we'll talk about the Elmo guy in a minute, Nacho, thanks for bringing it up. When I show you something going on, it's because this happened in a 4-hour period of time. This isn't 4 days. This was 4 hours when I worked in the Bay Area. So imagine if I could find that much bad behavior in 4 hours. That is a snapshot of how bad it really is.
Wow.
That is a snapshot of just how bad. And people say, come to Canada. You'd be surprised how many people can't drive in Canada. And you know what's funny about Canada? And I saw your face light up. Is that I went to Canada. I was in Toronto, which is weird because I'm in Toronto at the is it Niagara Falls? Is that Toronto? Somewhere
not
in that area.
Really, but close.
It's close. Okay. So I'm there, and I'm like, my daughter graduated from she graduated from Syracuse, and on the day I had free time, I went to Niagara Falls by myself. I drove across the border, and I'm standing there looking at Niagara Falls by myself. I'm like, this is beautiful, and somebody goes, "Who's behaving badly?" And I'm like, wait, really? I'm in Canada. I had the same thing happen in British Columbia. We're not behaving badly here, but of course they have the little bit of an accent. Somebody said, come to Calgary, which we have Calgary here. We have Cupertino, we have Galt. If you can read the chat, you can see all the different names. Rockland, California. We got people from all over the place here. But somebody tell me what was their favorite. And we're going to bring in Maxim, who's here. He's also another one. Hello, Maxim. And Maxim, you're stuck in a chamber because you have on something extra. So turn something down. Maxim is here. You also have another one. Hello, Maxim. And turn down your YouTube channel. And then we have Gordon. Hello, Gordon.
I only have one set of speakers here. And it's like I'm in an echo chamber.
All right. Headphones.
It's like I'm in an echo chamber.
Yeah, you're definitely on YouTube. I can hear the echo. We have that problem with Data Master. So while he's trying to figure it out, let's talk about Elmo Shirt Guy. We have that problem with whoever's him. Data Master.
Oh yeah.
That's a great story.
So let me give you the backstory on that one because this is what makes it crazy. We were actually about to leave. He was our last person we were going to stop. And the only reason why he was stopped was because he changed lanes and I saw him change lanes. And I was like, look at that guy. He just changed lanes. He's trying to get away. And so then he gets pulled over. He gets flagged over by hand. And the officer who was with me at the time decided, talk to him. So I said, and here's how I work. I don't run up and shove a camera in your face. I never do. I asked the officer if that person is okay to talk to, and he'll say yes, it should be okay. Go talk to him. So I walk up with the camera, and he just goes off on me. And while he's going off, I'm recording the whole thing. So this went on, and you saw the video. You know how it went down. What people don't know is that he was so busy saying he doesn't want to be on camera. Yeah, we're talking about Elmo Shirt Guy. And Maxim, I hear the echo. It's not that bad, but I still hear the echo. So we got to get you some headphones, Maxim.
Do you have like your YouTube? Is it open?
We have YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
How many?
I have nothing open here.
You only got one program open.
I only have one. I don't do all the other stuff because that's just not me. I have this one thing open. And I'm just checking stuff. I'm looking to make sure, but no, I have nothing open.
I had another window open.
Yeah, so if you have an echo, because Snickerdoodle said we're working this out now. He said the echo is really bad. So here's the deal.
Okay.
I'm gonna close everybody out for a second. We're gonna find out who has the echo. So Maxim. Can I hear echo? I still hear it with Maxim. I know Gordon has on headphones. Let's try Data Master. Okay, I don't hear Data Master. I still hear an echo. All right, guess what? We're coming up to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna try Dave. Just Gordon. Just 1, 2, 3.
I'm here.
I'll still hear it. So guess who that leaves? How about now? So we know who the echo's coming from. The echo is coming from Dave. So it's there. We just got to figure out how to get. So we got to get you some headphones in the future, Dave. And that'll cut down the echo. Is that fair enough?
Yep.
He can mute his mic until he starts to talk. So that way.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
I'm going to mute everybody's mic for a second. I think. Let me see if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. Yeah, probably can't. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little quick run away for a second. I'm going to give a little bit of a break. So for about a minute, and everybody just hang tight for 1 minute. I'll be right back. And welcome back. If you were with me, we are talking about setting up this new program. I just trying to do like I'm doing TV. So I can put commercials there at some time down the thing, and that would be kind of cool. And we have the chat open again. So let me make sure everybody comes back. I guess. Yeah, there we go. So it looks like somebody went away for a little bit. We'll take him out for a minute.
Sounds perfect now.
Yeah. So now we know where the echo was coming from.
Well, I got your notice, and I came to YouTube, and then I jumped over to here, and I didn't realize I still had my YouTube open.
Yes, and that will do every single time.
It's important. There.
I know you see. Keep in mind that the YouTube will be a place to go back and watch it later.
Yes.
But if you come to the Restream, then I can talk to you directly, and there's no echo. So Perfect. What were we talking about before I walked away for a minute?
I don't know. You were
talking about Untitled shirt guy.
Oh, okay. So finish the story, but we are talking about a bunch of different stuff. I'm all over the place. So, so here's the funny part. So I get back to the office, and I'm still laughing because to me it was funny that this guy just popped in, and this guy just started telling me, he don't want to be on camera, this and that, and I decided to put the video without anybody knowing about it on social media. I just dumped it out there and said, "This is what I have to deal with," and went about my business. I didn't think about anything about it. It was just video. I mean, I get yelled at all the time, but this one was kind of special. But it was funny in a way. 1-800-Chubby-Butt. All right. So here's the funny part. So the weekend, it's like a Friday, I think, because typically Fridays is when I would go out and do the whole carpool thing, because everybody's trying to get home on Friday, and the carpool is always full. I think the following Wednesday, someone texted me and said, "Bruh," exact words, you were on Jimmy Kimmel last night. I'm like, "No, I wasn't." They go, "No, you were on Jimmy Kimmel." And I go, "Oh, okay." He goes, I tried to find it, and I couldn't find it because it was live, obviously. And then all of a sudden, my email started blowing up about this guy and what happened. Well, remember how he said he didn't want to be on camera? Well, Thursday morning, I wake up and he's on KTLA Live. So for some guy who didn't want to be on camera, he sure rushed to be on camera really fast. And I thought that was crazy, that here he is saying, "Don't put me on camera, or, call me all kind of names," and then he rushes to be on camera. And I didn't want to give the guy the time of day because it was like I moved on. And then I got a call from 2020. They wanted me. And then also local radio stations. And here's where I made a mistake at. I think my mistake was that the radio station I booked to be on 94.7, I think, or whatever it was, with one of the radio hosts. But then I get the phone call from 2020 saying, "We want to fly you out right away to New York so you can be on camera." And I'm like, and of course, if 2020 calls you and says, "We want to fly to New York," you don't go, "No, I already got a radio interview. I'm cool." So I jumped on a plane overnight to go, and this was November 7th. So everything happened around that same time period. And my better half had a birthday on November 8th. So I flew midnight. I jumped on a plane to go to, by myself, coach, to New York, did the interview, and then the radio station called me, and I almost forgot about him. I honestly did. But remember the time difference, so a 3-hour time difference. And I didn't spend the night in New York. I literally flew in, did an interview with him, and then flew back home. But I also did a radio interview for the TV station where the guy was just going off and off and off and off about me. I only know this guy from a can of paint, but for some reason, he's just going with this whole deal about being rude to me, which is fine. So, and that's how it ended up. Now, that old thing about karma? So a few months later, I get a phone call that says that he was arrested for stealing. Let me turn the light on here so you guys can see me better. Man, hold on one second. I'll turn my light on. Oh, there we go. So, and turn it down some. So he gets arrested for shoplifting in San Mateo County, and he has to spend, I think, 2 years in county for stealing someone's purse, not shoplifting, steal a purse. So they even sent me his mugshot. Now, with a mugshot, I can put it on TV and say, this is what happened to this dude. But you know what I did? I said, nah, you know what? I'm not going to do that, because then that brings me down to his level. Yes, he did that, and yes, he paid for it, but it doesn't make sense for me to put him out there on blast when there was no need to. And that's how I think normally. So now you know how my thought pattern is. And I'm really not here to throw people under the bus. That's not what I'm here. I'm here to try to educate the public so that you know what not to do. And it resonated to the point where they were showing videos in Cleveland. They were showing videos in Canada. They were having traffic schools. Someone sent me a video where I appeared in church one day. The pastor was talking about me in church. But here's the interesting part to me. A lot of people got rich off of those segments. A lot of people made money off those segments, except for one person, and that's me. And that's why I'm doing this on my own, because I'm tired of me doing something and everybody taking the money goes everywhere else but to me. I see none of it. I get you go, well, your paycheck is getting a paycheck. But what if your paycheck doesn't pay your bills? Hold on 1 second, so I wrote something. My favorite is when you hoodie and you talk Darth Kron. Thank you, Jan. And I took my glasses off because I was trying. Now you got the big blurry. There we go. We got another person just popped. Oh, there she is. Hello, Jan. Let's bring her up. I'll bring him up. Hello, Jan.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, you're in Canada too?
Yes, I am.
Wow, we got the Canada thing going. Hey, here's a question. You got any Canada Dry?
Yes, I do. Not on me, but yes, we do.
Somebody else just popped in. If Max and me dropped out. All right, so I always wondered if you guys had Canada Dry in Canada.
Yep.
And Dave's working on headphones, so he'll be back. And Happy New Year, Mike. So here's a question. Who knows this question? Here's the answer. Philadelphia cream cheese. Is it from Philadelphia?
Don't think so.
Everybody's laughing. Anybody know?
I'm not a cream cheese guy.
I love cream cheese. Well, remember, I'm from Philadelphia, born in Philadelphia, raised in Camden. It says Philadelphia brand cream cheese. And that's the catch. It's Philadelphia brand cream cheese. Welcome back, Gordon.
I have an interesting fact about Canada Dry for you.
Okay.
The Canadian forces, when we were in Iraq for Desert Shield, we named our base Canada Dry. So Canada Dry 1 and Canada Dry 2.
Wow. So did it rain a lot there?
Up here in Calgary, we got a fair bit of rain this year, but right now we're waist deep in snow.
So could it be Canada wet when it rained? I'm sorry, that was a bad joke.
No, it's all good.
That was a bad joke. I apologize. Please accept my apologies.
It's all good. All
right. Hey, North Carolina, checking in. We appreciate it. Andrew Roberts. No relation, but I love it. I love it. So, first of all, I got to thank you guys for. I really have to honestly thank everyone for sticking with me through all thick and thin. It's funny that I have 160,000 subscribers on Facebook, but only like 1,000 of them actually participate. So I'm wondering, where do the other 159,000? What are they doing? And why is our Facebook just not giving them the information? Can you imagine if everybody?
Stanley.
Huh?
I don't think you want to know, Stanley.
Well, just imagine though, if I were trying to do this and every single person that was on there that follows me, and I'm trying to, because Dave has fixed this thing now, it's going to bring him back. I just don't know what I'm doing real quick. Hold on. See, that's why I need, oh, there he is.
Okay.
So what if every single person donated $1 and 160,000 people? We wouldn't be asking for money. We'd be good to go. $1, 160,000 people, we'd have been good to go. We'd have been, and if they all spent $5, then that's even better. Dave, let's hear how you sound now.
I'm here. Is it working?
Oh my God, no echo.
Yay.
And there's my better half. She just wrote hi cutie. She's in the other room working out. We're what do you call it? Sheltering in place, even though we don't have it here in Arizona. And we're having things going. Well, actually, it's going down. So, also, let me put this in here real quick. Search. COD. So we got 2 Canadians. Oh, if you want to help, by the way, this is how you can help. Pretty soon we're going to have a link set up on the podcast when we start stripping them and putting them in there, and you can do it that way. But and $1, $2, $10, $10 million. If the check's clear, I'll take it. So let's start with our newest joiner here. I'm trying to make sure I read it. Jan, tell us about yourself and what are you doing? Because you got a mic there. Are you doing podcasts?
So I do stream to Twitch and post the videos to YouTube under the username Anthony Denozo, or ZF Anthony Denozo, as in the NCIS character.
Okay.
Currently, I work as an electrician. I'm also building a web hosting, email hosting, and cloud hosting service business out of my basement.
Oh.
And what else? All sorts of stuff. Just keeping busy. We also had our Christmas canceled due to the virus, and we're a little concerned right now. My wife works federal government, and there's a possible exposure through her workplace. So we're kind of taking some precautions right now.
All right. So send me a link, and I'll post up what you do so everybody can find it and they can see what you're doing. I know you said Twitch. So it's Twitch TV
/ZF Anthony Denozo.
Hold on. I type real slow. No, I'm just kidding. TV /
just 1 sec. Gonna double check that. ZF.
Well, you know what? Type it in the chat, and then I'll just share it. If it goes through, it may not go through though because I may have that. I may have that. Put it in the private chat.
Yeah.
Because I may have it disabled so we don't have people posting porn. And they will. They will. There it is. So it's twitch.tv. Yeah, see, I would never have got that.
Yeah.
And there we go. See, so just so you guys know, when we get up to speed, we are learning here right now. This is all testing. You guys are all part of the test. And these will be streamed and these will be ripped. So they will be here forever. So you can go back and say, I was here in the beginning. When it gets to the point where I don't know anybody anymore. And just kidding. Like Dr. Phil. So tell me, why are you doing what you do? I'm Dr. Stan, and I want to know what. I mean, I'm not really a doctor, but if I were a doctor, tell me, why do you do what you do? All right. So, Maxim, tell us about yourself.
Oh, I grew up on a farm here in Ohio. We were Holstein Dairy Farm. I got out of high school, ran heavy equipment for a long time, and got tired of freezing my butt off, and I went to corporate America for 31 years, and I'm retired. I don't care. I'm back on the farm.
So can we call you Bob Evans?
Still echoing a little bit.
Can we call you Bob Evans?
Bob Evans, there you go.
Yeah, Bob Evans.
Well, that would be a better choice of name than what I get called most of the time. So, yeah, you're okay.
All right, thank you. Gordon, tell us about yourself.
Well, not much. Kind of the same story as Bob, but except for the retired part. Trying to find work at 63. Kind of have to make sure it's a work at home situation because I have a daughter whose immunities are compromised. I have to really kind of protect myself. Make sure I'm not in excessive contact with other people. But I'm just here because I've already soaked up my 15 minutes of fame, and just happened to see that you were getting on YouTube, so I jumped on.
So what's your 15 minutes of fame? What did you do to make you famous?
Well, just kind of hanging out in the lower right-hand corner of this little screen here.
Well, okay, then you were famous. You're officially famous. Let's see, who else we got here? So, I just got a ding. Oh, it tells me to breathe, like I'm not breathing.
Yeah.
Apple's tells me. So,
I turned that off.
Dave, talk about yourself.
So currently in North Bay, Ontario, Canada, work from home, helping people when they're trapped on the side of a road. Off at the moment and just trying to make it through this pandemic thing one day at a time. Followed you for a number of years from
Thank you.
Cron 4 way back, I think before Elmo Guy. I remember when that call came out sort of at the same time, so that was kind of neat.
Thank you.
Yes, I did, Snickle. Can I say that? Snicky
Okay,
Dickies. Fair enough. Yep.
So here's the question I have for you. So, Dave, so we have AAA out here. Do you guys have AAA?
No, somebody got really creative and called it CAA up here, but I'm a different group than them. Not overly imaginative with the name, I thought, but at any rate, it's the same group. So,
all right.
But yeah. No.
We used to have CAA in California and in America. It was called California Automobile Association. But people kept getting confused with Canadian Automobile Association, so they changed it to AAA.
Yeah, I think Alberta's got that, or they've got a AAA or an AMA or something like that out there as well. So
we have AMA, Alberta Motor Association.
Yeah. So.
All right.
I'm the one on the other end of the phone if you call one of your major manufacturers, such as a Ford, for example. So.
Oh wait, are you the guy that goes, "Hi, I'm calling because your manufacturer warranty is about to run out"?
No. God, no.
That voice sounded familiar.
That wasn't me.
I know it sounded familiar.
No.
So, okay, now we go to Data Master. I know you said it before, but since we have people who are just joining, do you want to tell us more about yourself?
Sure. So I was born in Toledo, Ohio, so I can be Canadian or American, whatever you please. I live in Columbus now. I work as a networking desktop support specialist for Wasserstrom. They're a restaurant supply company, so a couple of you might have heard of them. And I actually have some mixed family in Germany as well, so I'm there part of the time of the year. And I got a bunch of weird little hobbies here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's a traffic light behind me. Here's a model airplane. I'm also a student pilot. That's a model of Titanic above me that's been built by one of my family members a long time ago. So
are you flying fixed wing or what?
So I've flown basically Cessnas and single engine prop planes, high wings, and just things like that.
So one thing I learned about airplanes is that any landing that you walk away from is a good landing.
Yes.
Maybe for the passengers, but the maintenance company and the insurers might get kind of pissed off if you break parts of it frequently.
Someone asked me to go skydiving recently, and I said, I don't jump off the curb. So I'm not jumping out of an airplane.
Who jumps out of a perfectly good airplane?
Exactly. 10,000 feet in the cockpit of an aircraft, the safest place on Earth.
Sure is.
You don't need a parachute.
Popped in, but he didn't show his face yet. Holmberg 33. Maybe he'll pop in and say hi. But I just want to, again, bow my heart. Thank you very much for supporting what I do. Again, spread the word. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, or subscribe to Twitch, or stay on Facebook, whichever one is good for you. But remember, watch those videos. I mean, I know I had more videos, but of course, when I left AG Family, which is out here, they kept the videos, so I have to start from scratch again. And I brought equipment. I'm waiting for this pandemic to break so I can get back out on the road again. And once I get back on the road, we can have better conversations about what we shot and what we've done. But now here's the difference. So when I was with AZ Family, it was restricted to Arizona. Now, Arizona's great because it's a big state, and I can cover a lot of different areas. You're killing me, Smalls. But somebody wrote, there it is. Now you're killing me, Smalls. That's where I got that from. I'm reading stuff as we go along. The interesting part about it is that now I'm not restricted to just California or Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And my goal is to go everywhere. So I want to be in Canada. In the summertime.
Oh, come on now.
Hey, I'm not trying to snow. I can't. I grew up in Philadelphia. I'm tired of snow. I had to shovel. We called it asshole deep snow because that's the name I gave it. And we had the school numbers would go off, and my school number was 713 or something like that, and they would be like 710, 711, 712, 714, 715. So we had to walk to school in asshole deep snow when it was cold, and 20 below zero for us on a windy day in the wintertime. And for some reason, the wind always blew the direction you were walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when you try to catch a bus, so you turn the corner. Like, how does the wind turn corners? So I moved to California so that way I can get around all the wind. I mean, all the cold. And I can go when I feel like it. So I took my oldest daughter, who lives in Spain now, to the mountains when I lived in Southern California. I lived in LA. And I think it was Big Bear. And her response was, I love the snow. I'm going to live in it. And I have a picture of her making a snowman. She's like 6 years old. She loved it. So she moved to the coldest place she could find. I'm trying to get away from the cold. She's moving to it. Oh, that's a lot of snow. So the only snow I want to see is when I drive to it, after it snowed and they plowed the roads and the roads are dried. Because I would be misbehaving sideways trying to drive through the snow. And I know you get chains and that makes it better, but I don't do
4x4 and winter tires.
Yes, 4x4. I have rear-wheel drive, so I just go all over the place.
I don't get stuck. I've been in snowbanks up to the side of the doors, and I can still push through it in that little Ranger.
So my oldest daughter lives in Spain, Barcelona, loves the cold. No, I'm sorry, she moved to Madrid, I think. She's in one of those states, and I don't know. She's in one of those states in Spain, but she loves it there. My other daughter, she's 17. She still lives in the Bay Area. I'm not sure what her take is on the weather. She never really expressed that to me. But personally, and take my hat up now. I'm not cold anymore. It's kind of chilly out here in Arizona, by the way. People think Arizona's always hot. This morning it was 45 degrees. That's cold. And at 60, everybody puts on jackets like it's wintertime. I kid you not. And then by noon, they're on T-shirts and shorts because then it's warm. So, all right, guys. So how's it? Anybody? Anything else we want to talk about before we go? Any questions you may have? I'll answer some questions.
Stanley, we're going to get you to go up to St. John's, Newfoundland. That would be the great place for you to do a segment.
So, when we woke up this morning, it was 23 degrees.
That's cold.
Yes.
And the wind, I'll just go ahead and rent one.
Let's see. With the wind chill, it was 3.2 degrees.
That's cold.
Sounds about
Hold on
right
one
for
second. Someone
Calgary.
asked a question. I want to put it up again. So here's the link to the GoFundMe. Just go to GoFundMe.com and search Caught Misbehaving. That'll take you to it. Then you go from there. Now, another way we do it is I'm using Venmo, where you can actually, so keep in mind, GoFundMe takes 30% of whatever you send, but Venmo goes directly to me. And Venmo is Stanley Roberts, Stanley_Roberts, I think. Let me check. 81. Yeah, I think that's it. So it's. And, if you don't have it, don't worry about it. I'm not trying to, this isn't church. I'm not going to say you're sinning.
I still have to get a hold of Bonfire about the mug.
You haven't reached out to them?
I haven't reached out. I've been so busy.
Well, they told me they reached out to you. I saw the link.
Yeah, they reached out on Twitter, and I just got to send them an email with the picture. So I should do that later today.
Patreon.
Yeah, so yes, Gabriel, they have to, obviously it's a business. So the question he asked was, does GoFundMe doesn't get full donation? No, they keep, so if you send me $25, I get 24 or 23. So they keep some of it because they got to pay their bills. I get it. I'm not mad. I knew that's what I signed up for. So people think, oh, you got all this money, but no, they got some of it too. And even when you buy the shirts and the mugs, and we'll go back to your mug in a second, they get the lion's share because I don't build shirts. I can't build shirts. But our goal is to find a company that we don't have to do that, and it makes it a little bit better. I do not have a Patreon, but we are working on getting a Caught Misbehaving site up and running once we get enough stuff in there. So that way you can go in there and you'll see stuff on there on the caughtmisbehaving.com page. There'll be stuff in there that won't be public anywhere else. So it'll be stuff that we'll get like bloopers and stuff that we're not going to use, but we want you to see it. Or if we have an interview, but you want to hear the whole interview, we'll share the entire interview. So that way you can get a bigger, clearer picture of what the person said. Because when you're doing, I can interview someone for 20 minutes, but all I'll use is 20 seconds of an interview. So that's interview stuff that, I have to pick something. I can't, and you go, why don't you make your pieces longer? Because realistically, people have a short attention span. And somebody wrote this, hold on. So some of the bloopers, yes, they are pretty funny. And they'll make you laugh. But the point I want to make is that 20-minute interview, but 2 minutes or 2 seconds or 20 seconds. And people get mad at me because I'll interview them for 5 minutes and then I'll use one blurb. And I'm like, wait, I said all this stuff, you didn't use it all. I can't use it all. I can't have a 5-minute piece of just you talking. I have your attention because we're all live and you're all being streamed out across the country right now. But the point it makes is you can't do 5 minutes of a talking head. And in news, it's called a talking head. And the quickest way to have people turn off the TV set is talking heads. I promise you that. Now, I'm going to try something. So this has some features, and I don't know if this works. So bear with me for a second. Remember, we're testing. So in order to test, we have to try everything. So this says I can play back a local video. So let's see if it works and if it's too long. I don't see anything. Do you see anything?
Nope.
Neither do I. Yeah. Nope. Not working.
Are you using a potato for a camera?
A potato?
Everybody else looks good, but Stan keeps freezing.
No, I have I can't show you the camera because, but you know what? I'll take a picture of it and show you. It's something new.
Yeah, because I don't see that happening.
Yeah, it's coming in fine for me too.
So this is what I'm using, right? Can you see that?
Oh yeah. Yep.
I just bought it. It's brand new. Never used. Share my screen. I don't think it works with share screen though, because I can't play local video file on the stream. It won't do it. Trying to find something small. So I'm using this. This is a gamer laptop because I have editing software in here, which it costs a lot of money to use, and I'm not that great with new stuff. I'm used to using a different format for editing, so now I switched to Adobe Pro, and now I'm an Adobe non-pro. So I load video, I try to edit it. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Where did my video go? So that's why we have normally I have all of my producers, helping me out. And they're not getting paid either. My goal is to be able to pay people to help me do this because I don't want people to do this for free. I don't want to do this for free, but I don't mind doing it for free because I like you guys.
But hey Stan, I got to drop off now. So I'll see you later.
Well, we enjoyed you. Thank you, Gordon.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Everybody say goodbye to Gordon.
See you, Gordon.
See you, Gordon.
All right. Somebody's up here that's chilling here. Who's this? Oh, somebody's got their camera pointed at the ground. Oh, there it is.
There's your video.
Oh.
Did you see that? Wait, let's do that again. I didn't know that worked like that. Hold on. I did not know I could do that.
I got a little excited that the police officer joined.
All right, you guys can watch this for a minute.
Here we go. There we are. Back in Bay. Oh, back in Bay. Back in the Bay.
Yeah, man.
There you go. Can you guys see that?
Cruise around.
So this is raw. This is unedited.
So before I did all this CHP shit, my dad's retired CHP.
So there you go. A few seconds of what's going on. So I didn't know I could do that. Isn't that crazy?
That's great.
So I can have all. Oh man, I'm gonna have fun with this.
Oh yeah. Seatbelt, yes.
Yeah, gotta put your seatbelt on. Hold on, let's see what else we got here. Hold on.
Here we go. There we are. Back in Bay. Oh, back in Bay. Back in the Bay.
Yeah, man. All right, so we'll cruise around.
So basically, we're trying to get ready for a ride along, and I just played the same video twice, but that's okay.
So before I did all this CHP shit, my dad's retired CHP.
So what do you think? Is that pretty cool or what?
Yeah.
We're gonna start having some fun, guys. So tell everybody to subscribe. We're gonna blow this thing away. I'm gonna start making little snippets and put them in there, and we're gonna be like, let's do this.
Yeah.
All right. Who's down?
Oh yeah. Let's do this.
All right. Canada to the Bay. Let's do this. Somebody said buffering. Yes, I can't save the world.
It's their fault.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was fun, guys. I'm going to probably log off, but I wanted to talk to you, and I appreciate you coming and chit chat with me and help me figure out what works and what doesn't work. If you have any idea, you have my email is sroberts@caughtmisbehaving.com. And I'm also, you can also reach me on all the different other channels that I have out there. Also, I have a link tree. So if you go to my Twitter account, There's a link tree there. We give you all the different accounts so you can subscribe to them all. And I'll see if I can get some more videos to post that I can bring up and make them little short snippets that we can play while we're doing this next time. I like that. I didn't know I could do that. I just upgraded to the full feature, which was another $400 that I didn't have, but I wanted to make sure we could make this work. That's why you see the bug up there. It doesn't say restream. So I'm trying. And I appreciate your help, and I want to thank you for showing up. And Dave, thank you, Maxim. Thank you, Data Master. I love the name, by the way. Like I can go to you and just get like a web server and just serve the world. Mm-hmm. Gabriel, thank you. Elaine, thank you. Betty, and I can't say everybody's name, but thank you very much. And Gabriel, yes, we had a seatbelt on. It just took us time. We weren't off the parking lot yet, so seatbelt's not required until you're onto a public street. And you're on private property, you don't need to wear a seatbelt. Just like on private property, you don't need to you don't have to follow the cell phone laws, but you probably should, because if you get in a crash, and it's your fault. Also, did you know that backing up, you're almost guaranteed to be at fault for backing up?
Oh, wow.
Who knew that?
Nope.
Yep. So UPS drivers are a good example. They're taught not to back up unless it's absolutely necessary. So they will go pull in somewhere and pull out rather than back up. If you ever see a UPS driver backing up, I'll be surprised. How do I know this? Because when I was very young, I tried to get a job with UPS, and one of the things they taught me was that you never back up, always go forward. Because most crashes happen backing up because you're blinded. Yep. So to avoid crashes, I mean, I installed the new dash cam in the front and the back, so I can see it. My car has a camera in the back as well. But I posted a video a few weeks back, and I'll try to share that with you. I'll put it where I can grab it locally one time and show it to you. How people walk. It's on my Twitter, but it's buried somewhere. How people walk behind the camera while you're backing up and literally walk right behind your car. And if you're not paying attention, you hit them, you're at fault automatically.
Wow.
So be safe, everybody. Happy New Year. I'll be on again tomorrow. We'll be testing again tomorrow, and now I got something to do. I'm going to upload some videos so we can share them tomorrow. And again, I appreciate everything you guys are doing. The first row episode is next week, and that will be with Quincy. I can't think of his last name right now. But the guy is an expert when it comes to implicit bias, something that we all have. We don't know we have it. We're going to learn about what it does and what it means. And we're going to go live next week, and we're going to be good to go. And unfortunately, you guys will all be muted at that point until he's done talking, and then I'll pop you in so you can ask questions if you have it. Fair enough?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. I don't know what to say except for thank you very much, everyone. Happy New Year. Be
Happy
safe,
New Year, Stanley.
be good, and drive safely and be kind to everybody else. Good to see you too, Michael. Thank you. Good night.
See you later, Stan.
See you, Stan.
Good night, folks. Good night.
Good night. It's been a pleasure.